Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Welcome back, 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. We have got the second draw of the championship pool about to get underway here at the Swift Current Curling Club on a snowy evening here in Saskatchewan. So what better way than to cozy on up either here at the rink or at home, a cup of tea, cup of coffee, or whatever beverage you may choose, and enjoy some great curling here from 2 of the top teams in this entire field. Excited to present to you the home team. And when I say home, I don't just mean the home province team, I mean the home city team. And it's Team Sean Meacham of the Swift Current Curling Club, which is the host of this event. And they are taking on Alberta's team Evan Van Amsterdam of the Thistle Curling Club in Edmonton. Both teams coming off big wins earlier today. Alberta coming off a 9-3 victory against Ontario, Team Scott McDonald. That was a huge win because that elevated them from 4 wins into 5 wins and got them realistically closer to one of those final 4 playoff spots that are available for the 8 championship pool teams that remain. Then on the other hand, the local team from the Swift Current Curling Club, they're on a 6-game winning streak after also winning their game earlier today and been coming in hot so far as this week continues. So going to be very exciting to see who will be able to pull ahead. 6 teams realistically still in contention here for those 5 playoff spots. The undefeated Manitobans at 7-0. Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan, each with 6 wins. And then you have a group of 3 teams behind them all at 5 wins, including the aforementioned Alberta. There's Ontario involved in there, the Northwest Territories as well. Lots to be determined. My name is Kyle Jans from Curling Canada. Pleased to have you here for this event. Also with us, Curling Stadium, bringing you the action. All sheets available for streaming on Curling Canada Plus. We have a lot of talent on the ice. You just saw Paige Papley there, product of the University Alberta curling system. They have churned out some amazing curlers over the past years. Kelsey Rock, Brendan Botcher, Selena Sturmey, Karsten Sturmey, all coming out of that program. And including one of Paige's teammates here on this team, vice skip Danielle Schmiemann, also a product of that. These teams have gone on to win U Sports titles, Canadian Junior titles, World Championships, Universiade Championships. The list is endless, really, in the accolades that they bring. And so they're looking forward to a tight game. They're led by a skip, Evan Van Amsterdam, who's a two-time collegiate curling champion. So knows a thing or two from the Concordia program. Then, of course, on the other side, you have Sean Meacham, perennial favorite at this event. He's curled with this team last year. They were close and within the championship pool, came hunting in and knew that they wanted a real good opportunity to be able to have a chance to win a gold medal, especially in front of a hometown audience this year. Supported by a front end of TJ and Chris Haychert from Swift Current. They've won this event before in 2015 with Max Kirkpatrick. That's Chris that you see throwing right now, that hit. Chris competed at two Briars in 2005 and 2006. The most recent accolade to his mantle that he gets to add, he is the 2023 World Police and Firefighter Games gold medalist. This is Alberta second, Benton Boychuk Chorney. Software engineer at Drop Lab. He competed at National Juniors in 2015. Haychert following this path in, just anticipating the curl. Comes up nicely, chips it out, and the shooter sticks in the back house. Had mentioned Danielle Schmiemann earlier. There she is, getting into the hack. 2015 World Junior Champion, 2017 World Universiade gold medalist with Kelsey Rock. Currently on the women's circuit playing vice skip for Selena Sturmey. Competitor who knows what it's like to represent her country, her school, her province. Has done a little bit of everything, curled some mixed doubles as well, and has been a fierce competitor there. Curling with John Morris 1 year, as a matter of fact, when the mixed doubles championship was held in the Calgary Hub bubble. But then, not to be outdone, Kelly Schaefer here, who's throwing this wide hit. You can see her sliding all the way down following the line. Kelly, of course, has so much experience, and I think many know her tale of going from the Great Britain curling program and representing Scotland at the largest stage, including the Olympics, and how she transitioned to become a Canadian, moved over to Canada, met her husband when she was competing at a world championship, which was hosted here in Swift Current. Now gets to represent her home province and her home city, and has an opportunity to represent Canada on the grand stage. Schaefer again, getting the double opportunity. Following it down, clips it, no problem. Great shot. Have a good crew on hand here at the Swift Current Curling Club. Bleachers out on the ice. Lots of fans upstairs watching from the comfort and the warmth. As Van Amsterdam gets ready here to play a draw. Van Amsterdam, golf professional at the Highlands Golf Club in Edmonton. He's also a junior coach. That was the Concordia Thunder that he represented, winning those 2 national championships. His first time representing his province here, wearing those colors of the blue and yellow, which is always a thrill for any player anytime they get that chance, of course. Then we got Sean Meacham, 44 years old, skipped this team with the exact same lineup last year when this event was in Prince Albert. It was actually Colton Flash who skipped this team in provincials. Sean had a schedule conflict, couldn't play. However, now this season, Colton Flash, his team has been on the cusp of making some Grand Slam events, and so they've been putting on a hard push with Mike McEwen now as the skip of that team as they try and qualify for those and get back into the points chase. So they're really close to breaking through, and since they've committed to that, Meacham got the call to come back and join the team. As he clips off the guard and will get it behind cover. But the run back is there, and that was what Alberta's eyeing up here. All these players on this sheet have that big game experience, which is so crucial, especially in this championship pool play where every game is crucial. You pretty much have to win every single game to guarantee yourself some kind of position in these Final Four playoff spots and make it to the semifinals. Especially if you're coming from the lower end of the standings, which is something that Alberta has done. They started at 4-2 qualifying. They won earlier today to get to 5-2. Getting another win tonight would be huge for the Albertans to get up into that 6-2 mix and be amongst the top 4 teams. Then hoping that tiebreakers fall your way based on who beat who at any point in the week. This Van Amsterdam just misses, and he sees that one rock that they raised up just sail over the face. So it's Meacham with last rock here, has a draw for 2. That's exactly the type of start that the home team is certainly hoping for at this point. Brooms are down from this Heikert front end. They need to take this one as far as they can. Broom's still down. Will they get it there in time? Schaefer now trying to join. They need full 12 and plus, and they're not going to get it. So Saskatchewan forced to a single in this opening end. We'll take a break and we'll be back for the second end right away.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is...
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
Welcome back. Second end action here. The Swift Current Curling Club coming to you from the upstairs lounge. Lots of camaraderie going on between the teams here. Seating pool just got off a little bit earlier on. We had a great extra end game between British Columbia and Quebec. British Columbia stealing away a win from Quebec to earn another win. We've got a open end here so far as Paige Papley. Outstanding lead. Most recently represented Canada at the 2023 World University Games that were in Lake Placid, New York. That was, of course, part of the University of Alberta program. She works as the raffle and qualifier and safe sport coordinator for Curling Alberta. Three-time U Sports champion. 2019 World Junior silver medalist, Canadian Junior champion. And certainly has a lot of pride in how she's been able to represent her country at the grandest stage. And has pursuits of doing that again through this event, as we know the winner will be representing Canada at the 2024 World Mixed Curling Championship. Chris Heikert has had a big role in the host committee in helping run and operate this event. A lot of pride in bringing this event home and being able to be part of it as well. It's the Swift Current Fire Department captain, general manager here at the Swift Current Curling Club. He and wife TJ have two daughters, Maisie and Lakin, 12 and 10. So here's Boychuk Chorney. We're going to run this back, make the double. Broom down, nuts it though. So that's a pretty tasty opportunity here for Saskatchewan. Chris Heikert. His dad, Charlie, actually competed in curling back in the day, competed at the 1994 Canadian Mixed Curling Championships. Competed against Nova Scotia's Colleen Jones that year. I mean, you go one sheet over, you can see Colleen Jones. Here she is with her son and soon-to-be daughter-in-law representing Nova Scotia and exceeding at it too. Good center guard from Saskatchewan. So now Alberta kind of forced their hand here. They got to play in now. Looking to corner freeze onto that red stone. They'll clip off it a little bit. Kelly Schaefer. She's the only, or she has won every, she might not be the only, but she's won every Scottish championship for every curling designation possible. She's won juniors, she won ladies, she's won mixed doubles, pairs, mixed, you name it, she's done it. She competed at her first Scotties Tournament of Hearts last year with Robin Silvernagel in that team. Competing with them again this year as they pursue the opportunity to represent the province yet again at the Scotties. That'll be in Calgary this upcoming February. That was a huge honor for her. Schmiemann now trying to work around this, through this port. Papley bringing it over. They get through, they're following it in. Great shot from Danielle. Schaefer, though, will be able to follow that open. You can see from that view, still quite accessible. Schaefer's first ever Scottish championships, as a matter of fact. It was a women's event. Her mom was the skip. She played third, her big sister at second, and her little sister at lead. So curling very much in the family for her. She makes a great shot there, and now Saskatchewan sitting 1, 2, and 3. Schmiemann just followed this path before, but now they're trying to hold it off that center guard. Through. And they just clip that one off, and they can't quite keep the shooter around. So Hatcher. Sorry, my bad. Meacham here. Meacham with his first skip stone Saskatchewan sitting beautifully right now. Those two rocks a little bit exposed, not quite under the center guard, so Saskatchewan going to play it in, tap that one up a little bit, get it a little bit more behind cover, or freeze on. Eichert with a big sweep here. Holding it there by the center. Now they got to bring it over. Tap up. Nestles it up to the tee line. Everything's in a nice line there now. That's not the easiest draw path to follow here for Van Amsterdam. They'll have to navigate that port. Look out for that one rock on the wide side. Van Amsterdam releases it. Sweepers down. Papley and Boychuk, Jordy. By the port, can they hold it? Can they get by? They just kiss. Just kissed that center guard. Enough to just give it a break though, but it is still exposed, and now Saskatchewan here with a great opportunity. Remove this yellow rock. What a close call by Alberta. Some missed opportunity from Saskatchewan in the first end. Couldn't get the deuce, but they're looking lovely here. As Eichert makes that sweep, removes that yellow stone from play. Didn't get the roll though, so that does leave a chance here for either a hit and roll or double of some sort, and it might be a bit of an out here for Alberta. As Schmiemann clears the path. And based on that ice, they're going to go straight draw. And use that redstone to redirect over. All right, here we are. Last rock of the second end, Alberta. Brooms down from the front end. They're going all the way. They got to watch this port. They got to make sure that they have enough to get there. Around one center. They're by the other. Papley now trying to carve this one over. Oh, and it's just a little wide. It will be a steal of one. Saskatchewan now taking a 2-0 lead after the second end. And we'll take a break and we'll be right back after these messages.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
We're back. Second end steal for the home team, Saskatchewan, from the Swift Current Curling Club, team Sean Meacham. Alberta close, just a little bit of extra gas on that draw attempt. If it would have just maybe halted a little bit sooner, curled up a little bit more, they would have had a great shot there, however. But as it is, Saskatchewan now gets that second point. TJ Heikert plays the first one in top 8, corner guard by Alberta. TJ's a RN at the Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current. Also works as an instructor for the practical nursing program and continuing care assistant program at Great Plains College right here in the city. Like a lot of Saskatchewan curlers, she looked up to Sandra Schmerler, who she strived to be like as she grew up. She also grew up in Biggar, which is where Sandra is from. Sandra's parents would always come by the curling rink, Art and Shirley, and they'd always be at the rink when the junior programs were going on, and TJ would get a cookie from the ice cream pail that the pair had as they went around and gave out some treats to all the kids that were there. Double corner guard placement. And Saskatchewan will redistribute some of the stones that they have in the top 12 there now. That's Chris, 4-time provincial mixed champion, 4-time Canadian firefighter curling champion. Chris Heikert also 2003 Canadian and World Junior Curling Champion. He played vice skip for Steve Laycock. Another name you'd probably be familiar with who was on that team, Ben Hebert, playing as alternate. Grew up a Saskatchewan boy, of course. playing a raise. Schaefer, Heikert waiting for this one to just move over a little bit. They're getting that movement now. They give him a little tap there and distribute a little bit. Some kind of double does look to be in control here, though. Yeah, playing it on the inside, you get a nose, even a little bit inside roll, and both those rocks are going to get going. So Alberta, here they go. Papley carving it. They get the one going, so they roll over to the side. But Saskatchewan still 1 and 2. Lots of rotation on this hit and roll. Kelly Schaefer. So Saskatchewan Stone's becoming a bit of a problem here for Alberta. Schmiemann has an opportunity to move a couple of them here. Also, they would love to get a roll under the cover of that corner guard. Connects, gets 2 of them rolling. Does set up the double here. Schaefer releases Chris Heikert on the sweep. Gets 1, 2, both going. Great shot from Saskatchewan. Yeah, and just like that, it doesn't leave Alberta with too much here. Have hammer. Need to try and score more than 1, so the hit they are ignoring right now. Both brooms were down, waiting patient. Boychuk Chorney sweeping for the curl. It stops just behind the tee line. Don't think it's shot stone though, so Saskatchewan will follow this down. (2024) Montana's Brier will also be held in Saskatchewan. Will be at the Brandsetter in Regina. And if you can support For the Love of Curling Canada sweepstakes contest, you can win a once-in-a-lifetime Montana's Brier package. by supporting Youth Ticket with your purchase. For a sweepstakes ticket, you get a chance to have an all expenses paid closing weekend package for 2. That includes airfare, hotel, accommodations, travel, tickets to all the games on the final 3 days, plus autographed jerseys and jackets from the team of your choice that will be competing at the 2024 Montana's Brier. Be a part of it now. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Go to curling.ca/foundation for more information. Tonight is your last chance to enter. The deadline is tonight, so don't miss out. Give it a go and visit curling.ca/foundation right now and learn more about that ongoing sweepstakes. Good opportunity now after that miss. Van Amsterdam with a chance to sit 2, and those rocks are going to be nicely separated. Shouldn't leave too much of an opportunity for any type of double. You definitely want to avoid the inside roll if you can. Van Amsterdam with the throw. Papley holding this one. Broom down all the way. Hits and gets it basically on the nose. A little bit of an inside roll. That double looks to be there, though. So Saskatchewan is going to take a crack at this. Team Meacham, this is their last one. A lot of weight. Heichert on the sweep. 1, 2. Gets it and clears the house. Wonderful shot from Saskatchewan, and that changes things around here. Empty house, but there is a split available. So Alberta still has a chance at 2 here. Last rock, third end. Alberta with the chance to tie the game. Papley holding it. They get around the top guard. Wonderful shot from Alberta to score 2 on the split. So we had 2 back-to-back great shots there from both Alberta and Saskatchewan. And with that, we're all tied up once again after 3 ends of play. We'll be back for the 4th right after this.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
It's the second round of the championship pool here at the 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. We're just underway in the fourth end. Let's take a look also at what's going on around the rest of the sheets here. Over on sheet A, can't see that score, but I can tell you it is a 3-0 lead for the Northwest Territories right now, and they still have a few more rocks to play in that. So Jamie Cooey looking to rebound after a loss earlier today. Out there, we see Manitoba with a 1-0 lead. They were actually attempting to blank that end, but they stuck the shooter around. So cheap hammer for Nova Scotia as they head into the fourth. Then, of course, we have our feature game here, a 2-2 tie between Saskatchewan and Alberta. And then one sheet over, New Brunswick and Ontario tied at 1 apiece after a blank end, and they're playing the fourth right now. Back-to-back great shots from Meacham and Van Amsterdam to close out that third end. Of course, a double, Saskatchewan made no mistake with that, but that one corner guard just close enough, within a foot or so of the rings, and Alberta made no mistake in making sure that they could capitalize on that. So that was a great opportunity, but also a great way for Saskatchewan to limit some damage, because regardless, that shot would have been there, and it could have been for, well, it likely would have gotten 1 out, so it could have been for as many as 3 very much. Center guards go up in this fourth end, and Saskatchewan trying the freeze, but sends it to the back 8. Benton Boychuk Chorney credits his parents as his first coaches, encouraged him and supported him throughout that. Len Stewart was his U18 coach, first that he went to provincials in the BC Winter Games with. Todd Troyer, Reg Reinhardt, all big coaches and big influences on his life, and he makes a perfect freeze there. You couldn't have asked for much better for Alberta in that situation. So Heikart's going to bring a good amount of weight here. Big push off, run, double in play, or at least looking to clear the house. Looks close. 1. Ooh, and they just missed the pile. Removes the center guard, though. Looking for this center guard to come to a stop. Pretty good job, but maybe a little bit closer than they would have hoped, as that run is still there, and Heikert gets another opportunity at this. Broom down, TJ Heikert on it, trying to hold this straight peel. Schmiemann now with the center guard, happily trying to get that one to come over. This one a little bit more weight than intended. It's coming right into the house and doesn't quite stay in line. So that's making this run even easier now. It'll be Kelly Schaefer who gets this opportunity. One, two, gets both of them going. Great shot from Kelly. Alberta with the opportunity now to sit two. Gets the hit. Doesn't stuff the roll, so now they're sitting two nicely there. Nothing else in the house. Double those right there available for Kelly Schaefer and Team Saskatchewan. A little bit just off nose, get a roll to the outside of the house, and both those rocks should get going. So there's the release. Chris Heikert trying to get this one to hold. One, two, done. Great shot, as there's some applause in the background here for the hometown team. Alberta's first. Great sweep from Papley. Hits and rolls over to the other side, T-line. Looking like quite the blank to come here between these two evenly matched teams. Not really a broom down, hits it, little roll outside. That's pretty good, because now you have to be mindful of that yellow rock that's in the back of the house. Potential jam. Of course, if you hit it directly, it's not an issue, but if there is any type of roll, it could just catch that back 12. Alberta's last of the fourth end. Evan Van Amsterdam with the hit, following it in. Going to catch the inside of that stone and roll in towards the center of the house. Saskatchewan will look to retain the hammer now. And here we go. Last shot, fourth end. Lots of weight thrown, not a broom down. Bang, bang. So with that, Saskatchewan blanks this end. Teams are going to remain tied at 2 as we head into the fourth end break. Teams will take about a 5-minute break. So will we. We'll be right back on Curling Canada Plus right after this.
Something new and interesting is always just down the highway here. Find hidden gems grown from the ground up. Hidden gems that can surprise you at every turn. Get a taste for the beauty that thrives in a place where we are given space to grow. Get curious in our prairie life and city lights. Saskatchewan.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. With Sask Lotteries, everyone wins.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Three, 2 or 3. I don't know. I want us to drop for 3. Those 2 yellows are closer. Right, yeah.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Well, at the slams, players do it.
And we are back for the second half action of this Canadian Mixed Curling Championship pool game between Saskatchewan and Alberta. Just had a blank fourth end. Teams tied at 2 apiece. And Paige Papley throws the opening rock of this end. Big game for both these teams. Big game for all these teams on the ice in the championship pool. A lot on the line. Saskatchewan lost its first game, as a matter of fact, against Nova Scotia. Team Paul Fleming has run the table since, winning 6 big games, including against some talented teams, including Ontario, Northern Ontario, were last year's runner-ups, Quebec in there as well. And so they've got a real tough way to finish this schedule, and every win will count. They've, of course, got this game against Alberta and Team Van Amsterdam. Tomorrow, back-to-back games against Team Jamie Cooey of the Northwest Territories, and then finishing it up against Team Kyle Kurz from Manitoba. Alberta, 2 blemishes in their records, one against the Northwest Territories, Team Jamie Cooey, that came in the preliminary draw. And then also in their last preliminary draw game against Manitoba, Team Kurz, they lost that. So those are the only 2 losses that they've had. Picked up a very important win earlier on against Ontario, big 9-3 win. Getting another win will get them right into the mix here. And they close off tomorrow with games against Prince Edward Island, Team Tyler Smith, and Team Paul Fleming from Nova Scotia. TJ Heikert, 2015 Canadian Mixed Champion, playing with Max Kirkpatrick. It's the last time Saskatchewan has won a Canadian Mixed Championship as well. Won that with her husband Chris on the front end, Jolene Campbell playing at vice skip. Last time Alberta won, well, you just go 1 year later, 2016. Alberta won at the event hosted in Toronto. Mick Lismore at the helm that year. Mick, now head coach of the National Wheelchair Curling Program. That wheelchair curling program had a great season of prep. They played in some international bonspiels all across Europe, including in Scotland, and came home with a ton of podium results. So they're preparing for the upcoming World Wheelchair Championships, the World Mixed Double Wheelchair Championships. Those will be hosted in South Korea later this season. So Saskatchewan here without Hammer, not liking this. So Chris Heikert playing the peel weight, moves things off to the right a little bit, eliminates one of those Albertan stones that were in the way. Clear center, which is definitely the main thing. So they get the guard over the hog line, still leaves a little bit of a port that Saskatchewan can definitely take a crack at here. Yeah, just looking at that, that is definitely there with some good weight, and that's what Saskatchewan's going to be playing here. Skinny its way between TJ Heikert on the sweep, holding it. Oh, they're through. And what a shot from Chris Heikert there. Not much room to really get by that red one either as it was coming by. Just the perfect amount of curl. And that allows Saskatchewan to sit shot stone here quite nicely. No problem for Alberta there. They make that hit, sitting 1 and 2 though. Couldn't quite get the inside roll. So Kelly Schaefer now with an opportunity. She's the Safe Places Manager for the City of Swift Current. Focusing on workplace safety, preventing bullying, abuse, harassment, and discrimination within the workplace. Also works for in creating Safe Places certification, works with Curl Sask as they're an affiliate of the Safe Places program. Mandating, of course, that All volunteers and staff involved in Curl Sask events have the training in order to provide a fun, healthy, safe environment for athletes, competitors, staff, volunteers, everyone alike. Alberta light, and they aren't going to get to that shot rock as they intended. Curls up a little bit too short, top 12. So Saskatchewan's going to take a look at this. That red rock, I think they're concerned about. It can be run back into the two reds there, and those reds would pretty much be automatic in them both going away. So I believe the call is to run that one back. And go after that yellow. They need it to curl up just a touch. Oh, and she just clips it. So now with that, Saskatchewan is sitting first and second. Schaefer loves playing those big weight shots. Clearly her bread and butter. So Saskatchewan sitting 1 and 2 and has last rock. Alberta needs to try and make use of all these center guards and the junk up front to try and tuck one in behind here. Both brooms down. Alberta trying to wrap it around. They clip up just beside. Saskatchewan playing the hit, just more of a discussion of where exactly they want to hit this. Play it a little bit on the outside, and that'll push you at the current shot rock in behind cover just a touch more, and also separate your own rock by having it spill out to the outside of the sheet. So expect a little bit of movement on the red stone that is currently shot. Sean Meacham to play his first in this fifth end. Heikert holding it. They get it basically on the beak. Couple options here. Looking at the hit and roll. So Alberta wanting to get to the inside of that and kind of ricochet off the current shot stone, looking to get one in behind cover. Not going to be able to get both them out here, but if Alberta can get this roll just right, it's going to be an awfully tough stone to remove. Sweeping to hold the line, sweeping for curl. They hit and roll over. That's a great spot for that rock. That is going to be tough for them to remove, and it will leave Saskatchewan with a draw for 2. And I'm sure Meacham will be very excited for this opportunity. They did have an opportunity to make a draw for 2 earlier on in this game. They had pulled the string and came up short on that draw. It's now getting another chance here. Last rock, fifth end. Broom's not down yet. Sweepers staying a little bit behind. They've stopped at the hog line. Broom goes up though. No problem at all. So that is a draw for 2. Saskatchewan taking a 4-2 lead over Alberta. Alberta will have the hammer in the 6th end when we come back.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
And we are back. Let's take a quick little look around the scoreboard right now. Close game between the Northwest Territories and Prince Edward Island. 3-2 lead right now the Territories have over the Islanders. look over one sheet, and we've got a really close game between Manitoba and Nova Scotia. Manitoba with the 1-0 lead right now, but taking a look at that, Nova Scotia has a lot of rocks in play. Of course, our feature game that we've been following, 4-2 lead for Saskatchewan over Alberta. And then our last one here, Ontario with the 3-1 lead over New Brunswick, looking for an opportunity to be able to pick up a win and split their day. Ontario is. Papley looking to draw this one in, kind of dance and skirt right across the face of that Redstone and sneak that one in. Trying to hold for line. Hits the center guard though, and that one went off the center line. No tick rule, so it goes back onto the center line. That stone is removed. Heikert tapping that one up. Saskatchewan sitting 1-2 now, quite nicely. Saskatchewan leaving that one just open, has a peek. So Alberta runs it back, gets rid of the one, punches out that Redstone just a little bit further. But again, now that Alberta stone still wide open and has left the Albertan team chasing a little bit this end. Plenty of Canadian championships coming up. This is the first of many for you to look forward to as we head into the busy season here for national championships. Of course, the 2023 Canadian Mixed underway. A few weeks from now, though, November 19th to 25th, you can catch us at the Assiniboine Memorial Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba for the 2023 Everest Canadian Curling Club Championships. Bound to be a great event, and that's going to be followed by another Everest event just a little bit of a week later. 2023 Everest Canadian Senior Curling Club Championships at the Vernon Curling Club in British Columbia. All those events can be watched live on Curling Canada Plus. You'll see our partners and our friends here at Curling Stadium producing some more games in the future for us as well at some of those events. They've been here with us all week, bringing you action and streaming from every sheet available. So every rock thrown is available for you to watch at home. And as we head into the final weekend and the final playoffs here, we're bound to bring you some excellent coverage as we whittle our way down from 8 teams in this championship pool into 4 teams that will compete in the semifinal. That'll all accumulate with a gold and bronze medal game happening this Saturday, 2:30 p.m. local time in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan on an impressive winning streak right now, 6 games straight, looking to make it 7. Last year, this team was just shy of qualifying for the 4-team playoffs. They actually had the record that they needed to get into it. They were 6-4 after the preliminary and the seeding pool. However, there were 4 teams all tied at that record, so it was based off of head-to-head record first. And when it came to that, Saskatchewan was on the outside looking in. So, they're roaring and ready for an opportunity to qualify outright this time around. With a win here tonight, they're guaranteed to better their result or their round robin record from last year's event in Prince Albert's and still have 2 more games in hand. Alberta shot stone. We play the first skip stone of this 6th end. Sean Meacham playing the run back. And it's off. Looking to run there straight back. Connects, makes it, no problem. Saskatchewan sitting 3. Team has certainly been on fire. Always nice to have the support of your home community as well. It goes a long way also, I'd say, to have familiarity with the venue, with the ice, and all of your surroundings as well. That's certainly helped this team out this week. So Alberta with hammer and in trouble this end. They need to try and scrape something together here. And settling for 1 will not cut it. Never what a team wants to do. So they looked at a couple of options. They considered maybe a corner freeze on that top rock. I think what they're looking at is playing to the back of the house right now behind cover. corner freeze is the call. Papley and Boychuk Chorney. Brooms down all the way. Trying to bring it back. Trying to bring it back now. Trying to bring it back as far as they can. Tucks it as much as they can. Little bit exposed there. So Saskatchewan will be happy just to see this one go. And then really put the pressure on Alberta to make a play. Brooms down. Chris Heikert trying to hold this. They need a clip. They need a piece. They can't clip on their own. They make no mistake. You can see the fans in the background there cheering on this hometown team. It seems like that the more they play, the better they get. Excellent shot from Saskatchewan. That just takes the wind out of the sails of Alberta. Anytime that they are able to try and set things up by making a nice shot, Saskatchewan is just counter punching with their own shot that is just taking them out of this. And so here it is, a draw against 4. Alberta needs full 4-foot here. Brooms aren't down, waiting for this one to curl. Kelly Schaefer getting right up to the tee line. She's ready. She's going to bring it back. It's going to keep going. It's at least one. That looks like a steal of 4 for Saskatchewan. 8-2 lead after 6 ends of play. What a turnaround in a game like that. Wow. Certainly not expecting that. And it looks like the teams are going to continue to play. So let's take a quick break and we'll be back after this.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. With Sask Lotteries, everyone wins.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
We're back, and what a turn of events in this championship pool game between Saskatchewan and Alberta. 4 in the house for Alberta, or for Saskatchewan rather, open draw and an opportunity to at least take one and keep the game within reach. However, Alberta heavy with the draw. It sails just far back enough into the back 12, courtesy of a sweep from Kelly Schaefer behind the tee line. And the hometown team from the Swift Current Curling Club steals 4, takes an 8-2 lead as we head into the 7th end of this game. That's certainly all that it takes sometimes, and especially when you're a skip, you have that idea in the back of your head that there's a few others at the back of the house, just other counters that you got to be wary of. Throw a little bit extra just to make sure it's there, and then this time around, just a little too much as it just kept sailing, and Saskatchewan was able to take control of that situation. Leaves Alberta in a very tough position now. First stone from Saskatchewan went into the top 12. Alberta electing to throw the corner guard. So TJ Heikert throws her second lead stone through the house. Fewer rocks, the better, I'd say. And that's exactly what Saskatchewan is saying as well at this point. Meacham exploring if there's a possibility to get to that rock at the back of the house without displacing that corner guard. That does not look like it is in the cards. They are going to give it a try. Never mind. Watch the curl here. TJ Heikert trying to get this one over, sweeping to get just a touch more movement. They kiss it, but it's not enough. It was a good attempt, worth a shot. The shot rock rolls out of the house anyway, which is exactly what they hoped for. With that last end, it does look like Saskatchewan is going to be going 7 in a row and improve to 7-1 at this event, eclipsing their record from last season. Hiker tries the double. So that's Boychuk Chorney making his Canadian event debut here, wearing Alberta colors for the first time. Try and tuck this one in behind cover. That falls up short though, freezes onto the other guard. Now you make that, it should be pretty automatic to get both those moving and get them out of play. We'll aim to roll this one out. The experience of this Saskatchewan team really coming through in this game. So the single peel is made. potentially both of them, but you could have went for it, but the jam possibility was definitely there on that top red rock. And quite frankly, Saskatchewan doesn't really need to push the envelope too much right here. They are just going to aim to keep it simple, play some simple shots, and really eliminate any chance that Alberta might get to execute any type of big end here. As that one falls to the back of the house. It's behind the tee line. And now the double looks to be set up here. And so the double is going to be played. Saskatchewan trying to hold the line. They need to get by. They sneak by. Hit that on the nose, gets one of them removed. Saskatchewan sitting shot stone. Freeze attempt now. Alberta doing everything it can to just try and orchestrate some kind of deuce out of this. But this freeze, well, over curls. Looked a little bit light too, so they aren't going to get what they need out of this. Can't be overstated how important every win is in this championship pool. Every game has almost a playoff type feel to it when you're playing the best of the best from the pool opposite of you. And so this local team from Swift Current, they're going to be feeling pretty good after this Thursday. It was a good day of work. Started the day with a 5-3 victory over New Brunswick, Team Charles Sullivan, paving the way to a victory here against Alberta after a monumental steal of 4 in the 6th end. Van Amsterdam's first shot of this 7th end. Need to play the freeze. They're coming at it from across the house, from the middle inside out. They're by. Pretty good. They get it behind cover there. Nicely behind cover. Saskatchewan is just going to clip this back yellow, get it out of play. Will leave an opportunity for Alberta to score 2, but I'm sure they are absolutely okay with that given the last end here. So here comes Saskatchewan's last rock, 7th end. Cleans it out, no problem. Even hits it to stick it. Now Alberta, now with a chance to get 2 back here. And trail by 4 heading into the 8th end. So here it is. Amsterdam with the throw. Papley on the broom, holding the line. Broom's up, just a clean, no problem. That is a hit for 2. That's also handshakes. That is going to be an 8-4 final here. 7 in a row for Saskatchewan, the team from the Swift Current Curling Club here at the Swift Current Curling Club. Been a great fairy tale run for them so far. Still tack on another victory. And that will wrap things up for us here, but let's take one last look at the scores before we head out. We've got a 5-2 lead, the Northwest Territories over Prince Edward Island. Got an exceptional game going on between Nova Scotia and Manitoba. Turn that on to your stream right now at Plus, Curling Canada Plus, 3-3. That's going to be a barn burner as we head into the final ends there. We, of course, have our 8-4 final here between Saskatchewan and Alberta, and then New Brunswick and Ontario. Ontario creeping out, holding on to a 3-2 lead here as they play the 7th end. That will do it for us, though. Be sure to watch the rest of the games on your stream there at Curling Canada Plus. A big thank you to Jerry Gertz and the crew out at Curling Stadium for being able to bring you every shot, every end, every game, every sheet at the 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. That will wrap it up for us. I'm Kyle Jans, and we will see you again tomorrow here on Curling Canada Plus.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like 1 more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
The Men of Curling calendar is back.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.